Saudi Arabia is reportedly seeking to improve relations with Hezbollah. According to Al Akhbar newspaper, dialogue between Riyadh and the terror organization was discussed in a recent meeting between Iran's foreign minister and Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah. An unnamed European government has reportedly communicated Riyadh's interest in starting talks with Hezbollah, mediated through a third party. This comes amid Saudi Arabia's recent efforts to make amends with regional rivals, namely Iran. And for more on that story, I'm joined in studio by I-24 News defense correspondent Jonathan Regev and Middle East correspondent Ariel Ossaran. Jonathan, what more can you tell us about this report?
I think it shows us that the Saudis really are taking a shift in their policy. We saw that in that rapprochement with Iran, right, with a deal signed, brokered by China. And it is also seen in Lebanon. Saudi Arabia and Iran are both the regional superpowers, regional powers, each backing different sides. It's true in Yemen, it's true in Syria, it's true in Lebanon, where Iran strongly backs Hezbollah and Saudi Arabia strongly backs the anti-Hezbollah camp. And now the Saudis understand that they perhaps have to somewhat get closer to the other side. It's true in bilateral relations. It's true in Yemen, where we see attempts for a ceasefire in that war. And it's also true in Lebanon. I don't see Iran making a lot of moves towards Saudi Arabia. It's the Saudis making more of a move towards Iran. The Saudis perhaps understanding that the things in the Middle East are changing. Is it because there is less American presence, because Washington has its attention more in other places, Ukraine, China, so on? It may be the case, but this is clearly what we're seeing on behalf of Saudi Arabia, trying to approach Iran in various arenas, Lebanon included. I'm not very sure those taking decisions in Jerusalem are very happy to see this big picture.
Right, but Jonathan, what's Saudi Arabia's interest here? Is it to push out Iranian influence from Hezbollah?
I don't think the Iranians have any illusion that there is an option to push Iran outside of Lebanon. Iran has been supporting Hezbollah for 40 years now and will continue to do so. Just the understanding that in the recent environment developing here in the Middle East, with one superpower leaving, another superpower being China, perhaps pushing in, maybe it would be better to have better ties with Iran.
How concerning is this for Israel? Will this give Hezbollah more of a foothold in the region?
It's concerning on one hand, and perhaps a little of a calming option on the other. Concerning, of course, because Israel wants to see all of the power and the energy of the Iranian-backed powers going down, which is not the case. Iran is only getting stronger with this deal with Saudi Arabia. On the other hand, it could be perhaps sort of a calming factor. We know that Saudi Arabia clearly does not have any interest to see any major escalation in the area, which can begin in Lebanon, but can echo on the entire region. It can begin in Gaza, it can go into Jordan, and then Jordan borders Saudi Arabia. So they have an interest of keeping things quiet.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند